phone call, but I was going to have to do a part 2 anyway, so I guess it kind of turned into a perfect storm, because it cut me off right at like 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Anyhow, what I was saying was, you know, you have to be surgical with your firearm because you're going to be in confined spaces. Alright, when you shoot it out with somebody, you got to remember, you do not get to choose the date, the time, the arena, or the backdrop. Okay, this is not photography. This is not you on the beach having fun. No. Bad guys choose you. They choose the date. They choose if it's going to be dusk or dawn. They choose all that crap. Alright, and they're not gonna say, uh-oh, I got somebody behind me, you can't shoot at me right now. No, forget that. As a matter of fact, they want to get you at a point that you're most vulnerable. Alright, you got to understand, when you are most vulnerable, that's when they attack. You're not paying attention. Alright, you're not doing the small things that count. Again, keep it freaking simple. Let me tell you how your training regimen should go. Number 1, okay, learning how to track them darn sights and hit a shot within the first 1.5 seconds. Alright, if you can do that, you're already on top of your bad guy. Okay, number 2, learning how to do that at 1.5 yards, 3 yards, 5 yards, and 7 yards. Okay, yes, at 7 yards you can hit a sheet of paper in 1.5 seconds. If you cannot, that's what you need to be practicing. Okay, once you get great at that, move it down to a 3x5 card. Once you master the 3x5 card, then you move it down to a post-it note. It's about 2 inch by 2 inch. Okay, I believe, yeah, it should be like 2 inch by 2 inch. Alright, might even be 3x3. No, I think it's 3x3. But nevertheless, yeah, 3x3. But do that. Master those things first. This is what I mean simple. It's just simple stuff. Master those things. Once you have mastered that, start mastering breaking tunnel vision. It's a very simple I don't want to give all my cookies away, but here we go. Alright? Shoot. Check the gun to make sure it has no malfunctions, that it's loaded, that everything is good to go on it. Okay? Slowly pull your gun back in without holstering and scan. People, scan the freaking area. Learn how to break tunnel vision. Once you have learned to break the tunnel vision, now you go into simple movement. Simple movement. Stepping left, stepping right. It's what some theatrical people call bilateral movement. Let me tell you something, people. It means moving left or right. I'm not going to stick you with all the philosophy of wordplay. Alright? Step left, step right. Learn how to do that while you're shooting, drawing, and next thing is learning how to put in the verbal commands. Stop! Let me see your hands. Drop the gun. Whatever you want to practice, say those things while you're drawing, you're moving. And once you have fired the shot, broke the shot, followed through the shot, pull that gun back, check it for malfunctions or empty, and check to make sure it's still in breach, and freaking break tunnel vision. Look for other bad bastards to shoot. Keep your training regimen simple. The next thing you want to bump up to is learning how to shoot to cover. Learn how to shoot to cover. Alright? You got to learn how to move those freaking feet and shoot to cover. Once you shoot to cover and you do it properly, and you've mastered that inside of a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, do that with a 3x5 card, and then again bump it down to a post-it note. Alright, don't keep shooting at the same stuff. Shooting at silhouettes all the time, first of all, is it not only boring, but it's not increasing your shooting game whatsoever. Alright, increase your shooting game by keeping it simple. Alright, again, look at my videos, learn how to do sight tracking, learn how to get proper sight alignment, and learn how to be smooth on that trigger by the time you push out, press out, and hit that darn target. You also need to look at my close quarter shooting. Alright, you can learn this stuff off of YouTube, but here's the key factor. You have to go to a professional instructor, somebody who can critique you and tell you what you're doing wrong. Again, listen to me. Go to a professional instructor who knows what they're doing to teach you how to do the right things, because a lot of people waste their time going to their brother, their mother, their sister-in-law, brother-in-law, somebody who is a police officer and learn some things in the police academy and think that they're good. I guarantee you, if you put them up a good professional civilian instructor, all right, he'll blow them out of the water. As a matter of fact, I have been law enforcement for the last 8 years, and I'm thinking about going back into it. Not sure just yet, but I still hold my peace officer status, so I get to train a lot with other police officers and police departments and police instructors. And I can tell you right now, okay, not even 98% of police instructors, and before I say this, let me just clear the air. I'm not blowing myself out of the water. I'm not being big-headed or nothing. What I will say is that most police instructors that I have dealt with, at least 98% of them are not up to the standard in which the way I perform, I guess you would say, shooting in itself, all right? How do I know that? Again, training with them all the time, just being able to see it, okay? Most officers go home, put their gun belts in the closet, never even pull the gun out the holster. Same thing with police instructors. Remember, they get taught how to do a thing and then get taught how to teach somebody else to do a thing, okay? But most of them never take the time to perfect themselves, all right? Reading professional books, going to other professional classes outside of law enforcement, all right? Remember, law enforcement has rules, all right? They have to live and stick by certain rules in the way that they do things, all right? Go to classes that are simple yet realistic, that are going to build your interest, pique your interest, and show you how to do things, all right? Don't go to a class where everybody is required to have an empty gun until they get to the line, and then load the gun at the line, and then everybody's standing in a straight line. That's not how it happens in real life. You need to learn how to deal with guns around people just with safe muzzle discipline, all right? Why not load guns around a table and just turn around and point the muzzle towards a berm, so you get the feeling and the understanding of how not to be scared to operate guns around people. That's why a lot of times, again, keeping it simple, but going to law enforcement get feared by civilians having guns, because they think that civilians are as untrained as they are, but it's totally the opposite. Most times, civilians have much more gun handling skills and manipulation skills than most police officers. All right, not to knock my brothers in blue, because again, I'm still, a peace officer in the state of Georgia, but it takes you guys, peace officers, if you pay attention to this video, it takes you guys to do extra training. Keeping it simple, but doing extra training. Stop trying to be the cool Mac, cool Modi, all them other people, and where you're not getting anywhere, because all you've had is 2 basic classes, and then you run out there and you start shooting up this tactically cool class, all right? It leads me back to the time where I took the man tracker training this year. I think it was April time frame, and I had to do a warrant room clearing class with people from Department of Corrections. Now, these people should be experts in room clearing, because all they deal with is probationers and parolees. I think it's probation, I'm not sure how it goes, but they deal with people who sometimes they have to go pick up. And these people hide in houses when they know that these guys are looking for them. So these guys, of all people, should have the perfected art of room clearing. Let me tell you something. I literally had my feet stepped on several times, because these guys were so more interested in playing toy fight with the toy guns versus taking this as a serious training where real bullets actually hurt and kill you. Okay? They were such in a rush to be the first one shooting at the perfect person that was playing bad guy that they didn't understand if you get shot with a real bullet, you're not just going to keep going and shooting at the bad guy without any type of consequence. Listen to me, people. Keep training simple. Understand that there are consequences to you doing it wrong. All right? Stop going out here trying to be tactically cool, trying to be tactically whatever, and understand that there's going to come a time where you may, not are going to, but you may face a challenge where these simple things are going to be the only thing that pop up in your mind when it's time to fight. All that tactically cool stuff is, as a matter of fact, I will put a link of a real life YouTube video. This is real life action. God bless this officer. I don't know if he survived or he passed away, but God bless him. But I just want you guys to listen to what this officer said. He said it. Nobody else said it for him. He said it at the end of his video. He said, "God darn it, all my freaking tactical crap went out the window." Again, guys, I'm not poking fun of this officer, and by no means am I talking about him. I'm simply pointing out a factor that he was so in tune at the moment with his tactical behavior that he downed himself after getting shot. All right? Now, had he just applied the simplicity, just maybe, I don't know, but just maybe his situation would have turned out a little bit different. Who's to say? Okay? But this is the fact. This video exists. This was his words, and this is exactly what he said. He said, all my tactical S-H-I-T, because I don't curse, S-H-I-T went out the window. What happened to my tactics? All right? And I'm going to leave you guys with that. I mean, because I don't think it gets any better than that to actually see this video and actually hear this officer. If I can put the end of that video on to the end of my video, I'll do that, but I don't think I have enough time. So what I'm going to do is just look below. The link is going to be there. And you know, guys, you guys know I love y'all, man. I love you. I put out the information that you you have good use of. All right? I don't like to put out crap. I don't like to put out stuff I don't know what I'm talking about. All right? I've been there. I've done it. And I just want you guys to train harder, and then train some more. All right? Don't freaking stop training just because you get everything right. The moment that you stop training, you become complacent. And like I tell everybody, complacency equals death. All right? Don't die on me. All right? Get out there. Train. Like Magpool, my boys from Magpool said. All right? Amateurs train until they get it right. Professionals train until they cannot get it wrong. Okay? You got to continue your training, continue your practice. Involve some dummy rounds with little fake bullets. You can even use spent shell casings. Once it's already been shot, use those things. Use them in your training practices to perfect yourself. Perfect yourself, man. That's all it takes. Simplicity. Perfect yourself in simplicity. And that's it, guys. I love y'all. Y'all have